culture.
Goedemorgen.
Pardon?
That's hello from my culture.
Anyway, if you haven't guessed already, we're talking about cultures.
There are many different cultures.
Oh, please, can we look at some?
Not now, but maybe after Caitlin with the Spanish word of the week.
Hola and buongiorno. Me llamo Caitlin, and I'm here to do your Spanish word of the week and the Italian word of the week. Well, my culture is Italy! And as you see, I'm wearing the colours of the flag. Red, white and green. Okay, now let's get started. So, for the Spanish word of the week is de mente abierta. ¿Qué significa de mente abierta? Well, it means open-minded. Now for the Italian word of the week is ditto variento. Well, ditto variento means open-minded. I wonder how you could be open-minded with cultures. Maybe you could research a certain culture and some traditions and find out what they do on special days. Well, in Italy, some of the traditions are to kiss when you meet and to have an antipasta at parties, which means to have a big feast at parties. Well, that's all from me. So, gracias, nos vemos, arrivederci, and adios, and back to your presenters.
Thanks, Caitlin.
Now can we look at some cultures?
Alright then.
Can I talk about my culture first?
Sure.
Well, I'm Jewish. There are lots of different celebrations and traditions due to the Jewish culture. Some of them are Sukkot, Purim, and Shabbat.
What are those?
Well, Sukkot reminds us of how the Jews wandered around in the desert for 40 years. Purim reminds us of how Esther, Ahasuerus and Mordecai stopped the Jewish population from being wiped out. And Shabbat, well, that's just thanking God.
Wow, that's interesting.
Thanks. What about your culture?
Well, as you probably already know, I'm South African. And in South Africa, it's really, really dangerous. There are so many different cultural celebrations, but our family doesn't celebrate much. In South Africa, it's so beautiful there. There's like so much wild animals, but it's, as I said before, it's really dangerous.
Thanks, Gabby. Now, let's go to the roving reporter, Libby.
Annyeong, bonjour. As you all know, this week is all about cultures. I was born in England, but I also have some Irish in me. Just imagine how many different cultures there are in this scope. There's got to be a lot. I'm going to interview some people to see what their cultures are. So, Chantal, where were you born?
I was born in Australia, but I'm actually Peruvian and Swiss.
And you, Sarah?
Well, I was born in New Zealand, but I'm a Filipino.
What traditional events do you still do?
I do New Year, Christmas, the Day of Peru, the Day of Lima, and lots many I don't remember.
And you, Sarah?
Well, we do special New Year and special Christmas. It's slightly different from what most people would do.
What language do you speak, Karen?
I speak Spanish, English, and Swiss.
And you, Sarah?
We sometimes speak Chinese and sometimes we usually speak English.
Okay. Wasn't that interesting? That's all from me. Back to the presenters.
Thanks, Libby. Now, did you know there are lots of different traditional cultural foods?
I didn't.
Well, there are. For example, in England they have tea and scones, and in Israel they have challah, a type of bread.
Wow, did you know that sushi was a traditional Japanese food?
No, I didn't.
Well, maybe Faith has a good book to read for us.
About cultures?
Yeah, I guess so.
Kia ora! This week, as you should already know, we're talking about our own culture. My culture is New Zealand. Well, I was thinking, what book should I choose? I've got an idea. Margaret Mahy book. The Margaret Mahy book I've chosen today is down the back of the chair. It is about what you can find at the back of the chair. Got crazy things, snakes, a fan, even they found their twin. Well, I guess that's all I've got to say, so see you next time on Kids Vision.
Thanks, Paper. I really want to read that book now.
Gum ani.
What?
That's me too in Hebrew.
Oh, okay. Fantastic.
What?
That's fantastic in my culture language.
It's hard to understand different languages.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, maybe while the notices are on, we can learn each other's languages.
Yeah.
Let's go to Chantal and Caitlin.
Goeiedag allemaal.
And that means hello everybody in Afrikaans.
Afrikaans is one of the 11 official languages that we speak in South Africa.
Wow, now that is cool.
Yeah, but I thought you knew that already because you're from South Africa as well, aren't you, Chantal?
Oh, I totally knew that.
Okay, anyway, now on to the notices. The Year 6s visited North Cross on Friday the 17th of August.
And they had a group called Stuff and Nonsense where they danced as a group.
Yeah, that was awesome. Also, Kapahaka and Rock Band was so cool.
Okay, enough about North Cross.
Okay, now on to the upcoming notices.
On the 10th of August to the 14th of September, there's a skateboard offering, $50 per week, and the flyers are on the sports notice board.
And the lost property baskets are filling up sky high. So if you think you've lost anything, please go and have a check.
There isn't enough time, but I think there's enough time to tell you guys about our cultures.
Yeah. Well, in South Africa, it's a very beautiful place. Just the crime rate is very high.
It is beautiful, and the animals are really, really cool.
Yeah. Well, I think that's enough to say for us. Now back to the
Presenters.
So look at Sefer.
Yes, and Koyamora is hello.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks Caitlin Chantal.
Oh no!
What?
It's time to go.
Oh, well, I guess we better go.
Oh, okay. La het rayot.